The GMODIST. More GMODIST.
Well, hello and welcome to the GMODIST channel. This is your host Eric and you are watching the Merops plane. So I basically made a tiny plane with as few blocks as possible. I got it down to 22. It has a few issues, this propeller plane. Like it doesn't have an identify friend or foe, so it could hit each other's, like our own team basically, if we're a bit unlucky. Well, it has some other issues as well, and for the Sword of the Ecclesiarch fleet we are participating in the Promethean Directive. There has actually been an upgrade. I built the Merops Mk2 with these neat little missiles looking like, well, I don't know, arrows. And since we have some other people too, like in this little faction, we have Robostellar and Witch Doctor, and they are doing a little bit more than me right now for this little participation. Because I'm so busy, but I'm trying to participate as much as possible, but they are really good builders and together we try to make improvements of each other's builds. So this is the Mk3. It has an identify friend or foe. So you can see the blocks has increased from 22 to 27. It has a much stronger payload. That was the main addition that I made for like the Mk2 upgrade, which you can see here. If we switch between them here, you can see that the missiles are actually 1 block longer, so that's 50% potential stronger, well, missiles basically. And I don't remember actually, I'll need to check. This is how the Merops Mk1 actually looks like if you remove the decos and stuff. And this is how the Merops Mk2 looks like if you remove the decos and stuff. So basically the only thing that changes like longer missiles. And the deco for the missiles. Important. And this is how the Merops Mk3 looks like. So you can see we have a lot more blocks in here. With a identify friend or foe snuck in here. And all that jazz. We even have an AI breadboard with... well, I can't say I understand all of this. But what it basically tries to do is to make it like more accurate with shooting. We have a Pythagorean theorem. Why? Fire when enemy is in range. Fire when weapon enabled. Material limit to firing and stuff like that, so we don't fall out of the sky. A pretty smart thing. I think Witch Doctor is responsible for this nice little code there. And what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna test if the original Merops, if the Mk2 Merops, or if the Mk3 Merops is like best in performance. So we're not only gonna pitch them against each other, we're gonna pitch them against some enemies and see which ones survive the best and which ones deal the most amount of damage. So let's get going doing those checks. By the way, I absolutely love those little daggers I added to the Mk2. Anyways, let's check. Right, we're just gonna begin with some brute force testing here. We basically got some lightning hoods, Merops Mk1. And if you wonder what Merops is, it's like a Latin name for bee eater, because we want to be fancy like that. And we got the Mk2 on, well, Onyx Watch team. That's the beautiful thing of using fleet colors. Oh, and the Mk1 lightning hoods, yes. And then we got the Deep Water Guard Mk3. And they have beautiful little landing gear as well. Very nice. Yeah, well, so we're basically just going to stay around, find out which is the best. Yeah. Oh, look at that. 1 Merops down. So the theory is, if any of the Merops iterations is significantly better than the other one, look at that map, then it will kinda show itself. Wait, at what? Okay, so if you zoom out a lot, you get to see like the icons. Fun. Well, can we like... It's really sad we can't like jump between targets for like each of them. Tracking, it would be nice. Whatever. So here we have the Mark 1, we got the Mark 1 standing. Now they are... they have this little problem of them shooting themselves as well, so that's not optimal, but well, whatever. They manage to kill the enemy better. It doesn't matter, they shoot themselves, you know, sometimes. Oh well. And also, this can test their ability to work in a group a little bit. So small and spread out, it's hard to see them. Well, wait, what? It looks like the Mark II model is just really bad. Why? Why is the Mark II so shit? All of the Mark II variants have died. But why? Oh, can it be that the Mark III is actually best, but they perhaps shot the Mark IIs before because they're more expensive? But I don't think they have a target prio. If they have a target prio, it's some type of weird setting thing. Look at that, we have a hit on the Mark III. Is the Mark 1 gonna be better after all? What is this? Okay, let's see another Mark III here in action. Very interesting indeed. We're launching the missiles, but at what exactly? They seem to be launched at nothing. Huh. Very interesting indeed. Because, like, they're not on the same team somehow, right? No. Okay, good. It's cool to see that none of the Mark 1 has killed each other by accident yet. But I wonder if they have any, like, kill rate. I wonder who's, like, the most efficient one at killing here. Well. We are launching missiles. At what exactly, I'm not sure. This is like the least intense battle ever. We're... like the Mark... But where are the Mark, like... 3s? Here they are. And they try to be targeted there. We have launched missiles in the background there. I wonder if any one of them are gonna reach us or if it's hard to lock on. Like, we're pretty hard to lock onto because we're not particularly hot. We are also not particularly large. So both radar and IR seekers will have a little bit of a trouble tracking us, I believe. Look at that, a little missile. No, didn't reach. I'm just so curious, what's wrong with Mark II? I don't know. So, well, here we have 5 Mark II on Scarlet Dawn team. They look amazing here. So let's just follow one and see what happens. Dead, it seems. Burning in the background. I wonder, do they kind of kill themselves somehow? Oh no. Did an update make them die or something? I mean, they don't have friend or foe. So... Ooh, look at that! Look at that! We got hit by fire! They seem to be easy targets. I'm not sure why, but they're just so easily detected in the sky. Well, I think I just realized what's the problem with the Merops Mark II. You can see it has an active radar. And the Mark 1 and Mark 3, they have wireless snoopers. So they can basically detect it using this. And since the efficiency is 81%, if we swap it with a 360 camera, I think we just have improved the design a lot. So I'm actually gonna save iteration of this. In the second chapter, Frontier Fleet, hopefully we'll be looking at actually doing the campaign sometime. Well, whatever. Here it is. Let's see if it gets detected that fast this time or not. I think it's not gonna be detected that like easily this time, to be honest, but we shall see. It's interesting that the Mark 1 and the Mark 1 and the Mark 3 are just not detecting each other at all. Like, are they far away or something? Holy shit, they're like 10,000 meters away. What the hell? Well then, well, I just boosted my way here. I'm surprised how stable we are. Let's load a couple of these on my team. Let's see here. We can have 5, right? The others had 5. Alright then. So now we're just gonna see if the Mark IIs are able to like detect the enemy thanks to them having cameras and stuff. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Maybe they won't be able to detect the enemy that well. Oh crap, we have one on fire. Oh, we're still getting shot. Like, this is bad. But why? If I'll like repair this thing, can I like make sure that... Where is like... It's a camera, alright? Well then. They still kinda get shot. That's interesting. I don't know why exactly, but yeah. Even though they have a camera instead of active radar, they seem to be targeted. So we only have like 2 left. The Mark 1 and Mark 3, they're just so stealthy. So I guess it's a draw. The Mark 2 is just worse. Yeah. That's it. Now I kind of want to try... Let's have like a couple of 5 Mark 2s. We're gonna pitch them against some deep water guard choppers. No, airplanes. We're gonna have like 1 of each, except the squirrel. That's scary. Yeah, okay. So this is like the upgraded Mark II with cameras then. You can see these little arrows. Man, this is a beautiful part of the map. I think I'll need to restore my camera settings to whatever I had them, because I don't like this shit. Oh fucking hell. Well, whatever. Oh, there we have a little one. Oh, that one is pretty dead. This one ain't doing too great either. Oh crap. Oh, like this one is alive. Just never fires. Why? Why are you holding fire? Well, who knows? We're just decimated. Okay, great. Now, the Geiger is the only thing that got hurt here. I'm just gonna repair it. I guess we just go and load in a couple of... Like, at this point, I'm not 100% sure what makes the Mark II so much worse. 4 and 5. So we just pop in 5 here. Let's see if the original Merops will survive any longer. Oh, bam. These flak or high explosive time detonation in the air, they're pretty scary. Oh shit. I don't know if that's the ones that... Oh, that's some old ones, right? Definitely. Even though they won't have failsafe, they're like shooting at the narrow enough angle, it doesn't seem to be a big issue. That's good. That and it's somehow... No. Well, okay. Right then. Dropped some missiles there. And they have a pretty, like, they're just going towards those decoys, man. And we always have a couple of missiles getting stuck there, but they get released soon enough. And they do have this little problem being confused by decoys. Oh my. Only have like effectively 3 left. But it seems they've dealt some damage, so that's a good thing. Look at that. With the proximity fuse and everything, just creating some fire there on them. Well, we got 2 left, basically. 91% for an airplane usually means it lies somewhere being sad. And yeah, even though they don't have identify friend or foe, as long as it's a swarm of Merops, I think they're pretty fine. They don't seem to like shoot each other because they are so undetectable with that active seeking. Well, now it's pretty game over. Yeah, okay. Let's test the Mark III. We're just gonna respawn stuff. Right then. Enemies spawned. This is gonna be pretty interesting. I even wanna pause. See where my airplanes are at. Here we have missiles being launched. Yeah, pretty neat trajectories. Putting some fire there. Look at these shells though. Oh, bam. 1 Merops is super down. They're so cheap than Merops. Like 3,000 per plane. See here. 3,300. It's very cheap for anything in From the Depth. Oh, look at that. The Geiger is actually like 92 percentages. It's not having a great day. We only have 2 Merops attack planes left, however. That's not great. Well, I think this is pretty neat. The Mk1 is just very, like, good. And the Mk3, of course, it's good too, and it should be a bit evasive. Maybe we should see if we spawn an array of them and see who can like deal with the Hake squadron or not. Basically, I think that's something I usually test as well. Well, with this one is still alive. That's nice. Here we have a Merops. We can just stay with this a minute and see if it manages to survive. It's basically the only proper airplane here left. Oh shit. Did you see the Gotcha died? Oh my. Bam. Was that like... That was like friendly fire. Weird. So we can't really take that kill as a cred. Oh. And we kind of died too. No, we still got them left here. Wow. Well, we just gotta stay for this thing to fire somewhere. See if it gets like a proper kill or something. I want to see those missiles in action. They are incendiary missiles with an active radar seeker. And we are closing in on the target. I think it's... Shouldn't they not shoot about this range? Oh yes, there they are. They're obviously going for the larger target. And bam! We have incendiary damage here on the Geiger. Oh? It's down. The last one is killed. Well, so far we can definitely say that the upgraded Mk3 does a decent job. Right, we spawn in the crossbones of everything. And here we have like the Merops Mk3, we got the Merops Mk2, and we got the Merops Mk1 somewhere. It's 5 of each. We're just gonna make this battle run, and we're basically gonna see which dies the fastest, which has the potential to survive, and even deal some damage to the crossbones. Naturally, we have 5 of each, that makes 15. If this battle would be any close to fair, we would have to have at least, what is it? Is it 100? I think it's like about 1 to 200 Merops. It's a fair fight. Oh, bam. Cram cannons against these small planes. That can't be fair, man. Alright. We actually seem to have gotten missiles in here. This is very interesting. Look at that, we're actually using the crams. Like, all the missiles look different, so it would be easy to see which missiles actually get here. I'm curious to see which of them makes or deals damage. Look at that. That's like That's like the Mk1 missiles I saw there. Alright. Now we have another missile popping in here. This is Mk1 missiles as well. Huh, I wonder if the Mk1 missiles are better? No. Here we got the swarm of Mk3 missiles, they got in here too. And here we got another swarm of Mk3 missiles. This is interesting. Not big fires, naturally, but if we look at the list here, 1, 2, 3, we got 3 Mk1, no, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, or 5 Mk1s. The Mk2s are still the first one to go. We only have 1 left. And we got all 5 Mk3s. So yeah, that's interesting. We could see both Mk3 and Mk1 missiles getting and dealing damage to the crossbones as well. Well then. I'll just let it run for some more. Sad planes in the water. We have so many sad ones just bobbing around here and there. Oh my. Well, this is a Mk3 in the air. Huh, it looks like the Mk1s maybe have exited the scene or something. See, it's damaged? Oh yeah, look at that. All the Mk1s are damaged. The Mk3s are the only ones that are still fighting. Interesting. Well then, I suppose we can thus conclude that the Mk3s are indeed better, even though they have a big, hard time shooting at each other. They can shoot at the enemy, which is the important bit. The breadboard sure does something on here, and having a friend or foe, I don't know if it increases like it's surviving much, but well, it can't make it worse. It shouldn't, at least. Well, we're throwing in a Hague squadron here for the fun of it. So where is the darn thing? Let's see here. We need to go to airplanes. There are so many squadrons here. They really come in packages. Right, Hague squadron, let's go. So we have like 3 of each. The active radar seekers spreading out there. Very interesting. Oh my, I spawned the wrong plane. I spawned 3 Type A attack planes. Okay. That's incorrect. Well, at least they have a target to look at. They'll be easy targets. But you know, this is big propeller planes. Or like propeller attack planes. They're big for what they are. You say it like that. They have like diff guns as well. Ugh. Look at that. Poor thing. They're not looking too good shape here. Now, the attack plane is of course like error spawn, but the Merops attack plane in general didn't seem to be much of anything to showcase anywhere. They just died. Mk3, we got both of them alive. Mark 2s, we have 2 of them alive, so it's still kind of even, so to speak. Yeah. Mark 3 adheres to a couple of rules Mark 1 didn't have to care about, but it has evasion and stuff. So it should survive better. See if these missiles... No, we got lost. All? 1, 2, 3, 4 still. The Mark 1 and the Mark 3, both of them are so like undetectable. They may be slow, but they're just surviving it. Naturally, it looks like the Mark 3 is dealing more of the damage. And that's of course thanks to the breadboard deciding what to shoot at and what not to shoot at. I don't know, slow. I guess it's a draw. Mark 1 and Mark 3 are probably about equally good. I think Mark 3 is a bit better. The thing with the Mark 3 is that it has some type of evasion. However, both Mark 1 and Mark 3 are so darn undetectable that we barely can't see any difference because of this. A lot of planes just simply have hard to see, hard to see these, which makes them survive for long. Yeah, I think that's about it. It was fun to test it out, but yeah, yeah, they do have this problem getting stuck. I know. Yeah, well, it was fun to test out. It wasn't like such a big difference I may have hoped for, but they're still like really good, and I think that in some certain scenario the Mark III's better capability probably shine more. Good to know about the Mark II. Having an active radar like this just reveals our position and makes it super sad and easy to take out. That will be it for this time, so thanks a lot for watching. This is your host GMODIST on the Extra channel, and we're signing out. See you next time.